Not long ago, my mornings looked completely different. They were chaotic from rushing and being stressed out before my day even got started. Now I have a daily practice that's changing me from the inside out. Thanks very much for joining me today. My name is Laura Whitelaw, and today I want to talk about the daily habits that are transforming my life over 50. So daily habits matter, particularly if you're on a journey of reinvention. Habits are identity level activities that will help you to get from point A to point B on your reinvention journey. The woman you are becoming is built with one daily practice at a time. Small, consistent daily actions can compound over time into massive transformation. If you're familiar with Neville Goddard, this is foundational to his teachings. Consistency is what leads to the transformation. And so now my mornings typically consist of movement, meditation, and mindset. So let's break that down. So the movement piece for me is either a walk or getting on my rebounder. And now I'm not going to say I'm perfect. Not every day is exactly the same, especially when it comes to the weekend, because I've got this puppy that is quite demanding and sometimes pulls me away from the rebounder. So that's why on days like a Saturday or Sunday, I might be walking instead of getting on my rebounder. The meditation piece is just how it sounds, even a few minutes a day, just doing some breath work or getting quiet and going inside, closing your eyes. It's hugely beneficial and pays dividends in so many ways. It'll help you with greater focus, feeling more peaceful, helping with other things like sleep and digestion, and strengthening your immune system as well. And for me, the mindset piece consists of visualization. And the specific visualization that I do in the mornings, depending on how much time I have, is my perfect average day. And I'll be talking a little bit more about visualization in a future video, but my perfect average day is something that I scripted first and then recorded into an audio on my phone. And I listen to that and I go through the visualization. It takes me about 5 to 7 minutes to go through it. Now, again, not every day is perfect. I'm human and I do have a full-time job and it's hard to juggle everything along with having a puppy in the house and other family members. Sometimes I have early morning meetings as well that doesn't allow me to take the time for meditation and rebounding before starting work. But I do have a hard stop at the end of my day. Years ago, I would frequently work well past 5 o'clock. I don't do that anymore. I value my peace of mind too much and my downtime. So what I used to do before puppy was typically I'd get on my rebounder for 15 or 20 minutes at the end of my workday. Now, either I go for a walk with puppy or I spend some playtime with her because sometimes my husband will take her out for a walk after work. And that decompression time just bridges the gap between the daytime work routine and the evening routine and getting supper ready and everything. This just helps me to protect my energy and transition into my evening routine. In the evening, I have other things that I do. One of those things typically is EFT tapping, and I've got a couple of videos on my channel already about this practice that I think you'll find helpful if you've heard anything about meridian tapping over the years. I might also do some breath work, which I've talked about before. And one practice that I've taken up recently, I do right before I fall asleep at night. And it's called SATS, which is a Neville Goddard practice. It stands for the state akin to sleep. And I did this years ago to manifest my current car. And I say years ago because I've had it for about 7 or 8 years now. But essentially, you develop a short 6 or 7 second visualization that you loop over and over again just as you're falling asleep at night. And your mind goes to work while you sleep on bringing that into your reality. And there's something inside your brain called the reticular activating system. I think that's what it's called. RAS. Anyway, it's that little homing pigeon that's inside your brain. So if you go to sleep visualizing a scene that you want to experience in your life, your RAS will find that in your environment for you. It might not happen overnight, but over time, if you keep up with this practice, you will eventually experience it in your life. One other practice I have is a gratitude practice. Again, I don't do this every day. It depends on what's going on, and sometimes life gets chaotic. But my gratitude practice, I start with heart coherence, which essentially, I'll get into it deeper in a future video. This is a great video topic. Essentially, you focus on your heart area and you breathe into it. And it helps to lower your heart rate, and it helps with peace and relaxation. And then I begin listing off those things that I'm grateful for. If you prefer to do this in a journal, go for it. But for me, this is the easiest way. And I might list off 10 things mentally that I'm grateful for. And it just sets the tone for the evening. So I'm all about progress over perfection. Don't beat yourself up if you don't engage in your morning practice every day. We're human, and we've got various other responsibilities. But the more you can do it, the better it is. And see if you can come up with some sort of daily practice or morning practice, preferably, that works for you. A morning practice can definitely help set the tone for your day. And again, consistency is key, especially if you're on a reinvention journey. Identity level change comes from repetition, essentially because our brain starts to carve new neural pathways with repeated visualizations, for example. So if you don't already have some sort of calming morning practice, I challenge you to start something new, maybe with a short 5-minute meditation practice in the morning before you get up, get started with your day. If you do it for 7 days, you will notice a big difference in how your days go. You can just pick a meditation off YouTube that appeals to you, a guided meditation, that is perfectly fine. You don't have to sit cross-legged and chant Om or anything like that. So I challenge you to take up a new morning practice and let me know how it goes. Let me know actually in the comments what you're going to start doing differently in the mornings to make sure that you have a calm and peaceful and productive and focused day. Thanks very much for watching, and don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.